Hey everyone, I'm really excited about tonight's video lesson. I'm going to be talking about BLDP, which was the swing alert that our chat room got in on this afternoon. It was awesome. People were making great profits. It was a lot of fun to trade with you guys, those who were in the chat room. So I sent out this alert at 9 a.m. in the chat room, which is, I'm Mountain Standard Time, so that's 11 a.m. Eastern Time. Okay, that's just an hour and a half into the market open. So this is what I sent an hour and a half into the market open. I said we're going to buy BLDP if it can break over 450 for a potential swing. Now, I made it clear that we don't want to buy before then. We don't want to buy at 449. We want to wait till it breaks over 450, hits 451. I use a buy stop order at 451, which will then trigger my buy order, and I get filled at 451, and that's exactly what happened. Now, to be even more specific, I talk about why I was buying it. It's at 3-year highs. I think it's actually at like 4-year highs, and it's experiencing a little bit of blue skies breakout just because it hasn't been at these levels for a long time. I mentioned that I would actually prefer if this stock didn't break 450 until the end of the day, which is exactly what happened. It totally waited until about it got close a little bit here you see about an hour and a half later, but it didn't actually break until 12 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, which is actually 2 p.m. Eastern Time, just 2 hours before market close. So it kind of did exactly what I hoped it would. It stayed at the 430 level before breaking through 450 in the end of day. I mentioned the price target's $4.75 to $5, maybe more if things really got hot. All right, so again, I set this an hour into an hour and a half into market open, and it played out beautifully, as you may know if you're in the chat room. So let's check it out and let's talk about it. Here it is. Let's start on the 1 day or 1 minute here. Each candle is representing 1 minute of time. You'll see we get our clean break here. I initially got filled right here at 451. It came back down a little bit. I wasn't too worried about it just because of the beautiful uptrend it's had. My stop loss was at 429, and hopefully you can see why. Looking back here earlier in the day, those levels of support seemed to be right at the 430 level. So I had my stop loss at 429 in case it didn't make the move I was hoping to. It can never be, even when A+ said I was really confident about it, always trade with a stop loss because the market can do crazy things. But in this case, it followed what I hoped it would quite well, and it actually closed at 472 on after hours, hit 492, which is plus 10% from a 450 entry, 451 entry, which is incredible. And it was really fun in the chat room, watching this thing go up together as we were all in it making money. It was awesome. So I had some members message me though, and they said, how did you know you wanted to swing this an hour into market open? And so I want to break that down a little bit. The first thing I want to talk about is the catalyst on this. Let's pull up the news here and talk about these catalyst levels here. The first news that broke on it was this morning at about 4:25 a.m. Eastern, when you can see the news is correlated with this spike right here. This is when news came out here. A little bit of a spike, but nothing too crazy in pre-market. Anyways, they announced that they're collaborating with an environmental energy company to develop some non-precious metal catalyst. I'll admit I'm not exactly sure what that even is, but it was good news, and that sent the stock up a little bit. So moving forward, though, that's not it. They also here talk about how they're supplying 5 fuel cell engines to power buses in California, and they're also launching some PEM fuel type thing. So it's even more good news. And then after hours, of course, we are already in at this point, but in after hours, we even got some more news too. They talk about they signed a letter of intent to provide more stuff for tram buses in France, and then we even get more news closer to after hours close, and they talk about these hundreds of millions of dollars worth of backlog orders they have. You see here 263.5 million order backlog. I mean, it's incredible. The news that came out is just incredible. So this is going to be really fun tomorrow. But anyways, the first thing is the catalyst, okay? I really don't like to trade stocks that don't have a catalyst on it. Even if it's a beautiful technical breakout, I definitely prefer if it has a catalyst on it. Now, there will be times if it's really an A+ technical breakout over a certain level that I will buy a stock without a catalyst, but I certainly prefer it's a much higher percentage play if you're buying stocks that have catalysts on it, okay? So this has multiple catalysts. So that's the first thing going for it, all right? But it's not even the biggest reason why I wanted to swing this. Here is our 1 day, 1 minute chart. Tell me what you see in common with all these different charts. Here's our 5 day, 5 minute chart. Here's the 10-day. You guys starting to catch my drift, what I'm trying to say here? Everything is just upward. Okay, it's just consistently upward. But now let's go to that 180-day. Same thing. Lows way back here, just consistently upward. Doesn't even stop there. Look at it on the year, up. Let's look on the 3-year. You get it probably about the 2 years back. It's still an uptrend. And even on this 3-year chart, it's still at highs. It's incredible. Now, I mentioned I wanted to buy it over 450. Let's talk about why I wanted to buy it at 450. See this level right here going all the way back to about 3-4 years ago. 450 was some very critical resistance on BLDP, going way back to these levels. Okay, and so when I learned this stock, the high day was actually 447. So some members said, don't we want to buy this over 447? That's clearly resistance. It hasn't been at 447 for years. That's the breakout. That's the breakout on this. But when you look at this long-term chart, you see that it's not, and that you would want to wait till 450 because that's the actual breakout level, going back all the way to these levels. Now, obviously, in this case, you could have gone in on the break of 447 and end up going to 490 after hours. But it's just a much safer to play to see these levels of resistance here and wait for them to be broken to get in on. So you'll see it really is kind of like a blue skies breakout. Now look at this volume here going back to 4 years ago. What we saw today was only a tiny fraction of the volume that we saw in this 4 years ago. So, I mean, I don't want to get delusional or anything, but if we can get some volume like this to come in tomorrow, this thing could honestly just go berserk. Now, obviously, we would lock in profits. The price target I gave was $4.75 to $5. It's already hit that price target here. Hit it basically at close, and then right into the beginning of after hours, and all the way up to 492. I'm still in it. I'm swinging it in for my 451 entry. It's just a beauty. So I hope this answers some questions of why I wanted to swing it. One more thing I want to talk about is you'll notice, for example, this is the 10-day chart. A lot of these moves are pretty small. This doesn't show a ton of range on the daily chart. You get 20, 30 cents or so, 15, 20 cents for most of the moves that this is making on these days, okay? So I knew it was going to take some time for this to really make the move that I wanted it to, okay? This is not like a penny stock that went from 5 cents to 15 cents in the course of 30 minutes, okay? If it were that case, then I would probably want to day trade this because it would be a quick in and out, don't want to get stuck in a crack. But this, when it's just uptrending like this, slow and steady uptrending, you want to give it some more time to really develop into the trade, into the swing trade. This could be a multi-day trade. Now, I'll probably lock in profits in the morning just because I love to lock in profits. It's in my blood. I can't help but do it. And so I'll probably lock in profits in the morning, but this will be on watch for days to come with how incredible this uptrend is, and also with these catalysts. These could be multi-day catalysts. They could be catalysts with legs. So keep that in mind as well. So hope this gives you an idea. Congrats to everyone who got in on it with us. If you want to get in with us, come check out my website at kafinvesting.com. It'll bring you to this page. All you have to do to get in is come out here, fill this out, put your email here. That's where I'll send you the instructions to get in. Press submit, and you're on your way. You can also check some other things out. I have a YouTube channel. Obviously, you're watching this on YouTube, so you're probably aware of that. But yeah, if you want to join us, come on over to kafinvesting.com. We would love to have you. We have an incredible group. We have a lot of fun together. But more important than all of that, we profit and we make money. Now, all of this, obviously I'm really excited that members profited off this. But more importantly to me than you guys making money off this trade is helping you guys learn why this was such a reliable pattern, and learn how we find these stocks, how we play these stocks. The educational part of this is most important. I want you guys to become the best traders you can possibly become. And so that's my job, and that's what I offer in the chat room. I offer one-on-one mentoring to try and help you in any way I can, and the progress we've seen from members has just been incredible. So it's been a lot of fun. If you're not in, hope you come join us. If you are in, you most likely got on this BLDP trade with us, and just big congratulations to you. So excited for trading tomorrow.